I think it was one of those things also that people were very scared of us because they thought we were pranking them. They thought we were memeing on them.
Here's the thing. I think that because I did the Slime on the Scene videos, every like smasher thinks that anytime I try to contact them out of the blue or just for anything that they don't know me, they're like, is this like am I getting pranked, bro? And I have to be like, no, please trust me. This is for reals. I'm a real person too.
Bro.
And it's just this weird like precedent that we have to. It's just another little like step to be like reassure them that it's okay. And you're not getting memed on and stuff like that. So
yeah, but then you get guys like Napkins, who is literally like magic sparkle dust just being exploded on you when you're talking to him.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't stop
so
smiling. You know, all his answers are great. His delivery is super concise and good. Like it's also like very personality driven. Like all the things you really hope for that like are intangible. Like short answers to get to the point.
Exactly.
Very good personality forward answers and like somebody who is entertaining.
I think what is the most attractive part of Melee is obviously the game is sick and fun and great to play, but like it's also you end up going and seeing the same people every week and just forming these connections. Everyone's talked about this over and over, but like there was a specific idea. It's like you're in a car driving home from a tournament.
Yeah.
And you're a bunch of shitters. Maybe not. But like those stories, that shit that you're talking about in the car on the way home, that's like the beating heart, right? And I was like, we should try to find that and make something. And that was kind of the goal. His combo video.
Yeah,
combos
forwards
on
cock.
Colorado kids.
Yeah, forward. What's hilarious is I went back and looked for a line where forward's like, I'm forward, I do this, blah, blah, blah. But the interview starts like with this, with Andrew, Anthony going, how big is forward's cock? I tried to I'm like, all right. And that's just.
And he said, it's pretty long.
Yeah, no.
Wait.
He said it's 9 minutes.
It's 9.
It's 9. He said it's pretty long. It's 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's hilarious. I'm sure he's been making that joke for decades now.
Cashing in on that.
Yeah, so check out Forward's combo video on Colorado Kids.
Yes.
Forward's cock. Yeah, that's on YouTube. But what a guy, what a character. The biggest thing that I'm mad about, not that I'm mad about anything,
yeah,
but
I want to go into like that. Like,
yeah,
if we do this again,
what do you do different? So the biggest, number one thing is that there is no steez at all in this. There's no style. It is all story and character, which is cool. But I would really like to have a intro sequence that intros all the characters in it that's super stylized. So like for this, we had planned out one. It was going to be back in the back set. We're going to bring out CRTs. We're going to cut together little character things on for each person, spray the like the whole floor, dramatic lighting, and film these CRTs with the characters on them and have their names floating next to them.
Yeah. We did the interviews, and then we went to the local that day. It was a very long day. Yeah. And then that night, we did more shooting at the Poop House because we just wanted footage of like friends, and that was even longer night. It was like...
Those nights were long because the first night we drove there, so it's like 5 hours after work. We get there and we go to dinner with Mikey, and then we're gonna film at his house. We can't, so then we have to travel all the way to Poop House, other side of town, then film there, get back to the motel, wake up early. That's the thing about all these short film days. We really had a day and a half to do all of this, and we did most of it in a day. Yeah. But you're packing so much gear in and out of cars so many times, and you're having to go, and time is the only resource that matters. It really drains you really quick.
It's insane, yeah.
Poverty, rummaged, something about him is probably not going to be pristine. We're not going to be going into
there
a
was
casino.
Just like a corner in the sack that just was just like piled with shit,
just like debris.
It was like the debris field.
So how do we make this not look like they just play, in a trash heap? How do we know if there's going to be room for us to be able to exist? We have plans probably to check out a lot of other locals, and I feel like this is probably going to be one of the bigger spaces that we're going to have to work in.
For sure.
Moving forward, I imagine we're going to be really like pressed for retail space, for trying to squeeze out what we can without being in
even
our own
gear
shots,
space. Even gear space.
It's going to be rough.
Like they were nice enough to like give us a nice little corner with tables, like tables and outlets, which is all you need, right?
Yeah.
I
guarantee that's going to be a rarity. moving forward, for sure.
Don't say that, please.
But you know, well, we got to go into it expecting. I don't want to expect the worst, but definitely don't want to expect like this is going to be a breeze. There's going to be room for us. There it is. It's out there. So why we have the immediate reaction? I mean, Slime, you were stressing. Dan was locked up in his office.
He was in the chokey.
He was editing till the minute, like up to the minute.
There was a
release.
single light bulb just swinging.
Hour and a half straight of fucking stand-up interviews with these guys. There's another hour and a half of just like B-roll footage to come through. He's got to collect all these Twitch clips from Anthony. He's got to get all these references
The
and like
brackets and all
the
that
brackets and like
Yeah.
tell a story from this night, you know?
Yeah.
And you did that. So then you just like, you give it to me and I'm just like, all right, bye, leave me alone because I'm a psycho and I can't edit with anybody around me. So I just like only work from like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
He was messaging
by
me
myself.
just like, hey, you up? Like at 5 in the morning. I was not up.
Yeah. Coffee and cigarettes and darkness is the only way I can work nowadays. But then, you know, you don't hear from me. You were like, how's it? Every morning you would check in. How's it going? What are you doing? You tell me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, good, fine, no. You know?
If I had this opportunity to do this 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would want to do this for all the arcade scenes out there, you know.
New York
where
Chinatown.
That was where big Street Fighter players, Marvel players, you had to go there to practice. You know, there was no online play back then or no matchmaking of that nature. You had to go your local and find out who was the best there and beat them down the arcade, and then you were kind of cool with everybody and you'd hang out with them all the time or whatever. And those stories still exist. The arcades don't, though. Not as many. You know, even like Prize Chinatown Fair's gone. But how awesome would it have been if we could have done one of these on Chinatown Fair, all these amazing arcade spots. We may be able to still catch some, and if you know some out there, please let us know. But it transcends obviously past Smash and arcades, and there's Street Fighter, and there's all these other fighting games that have their scenes and their locals, and I want to go check all of them out.